All right, we are live. PGN podcast episode 76, right? 76? Yeah, it says it
Yes,
on top.
sir.
76. Special Saturday edition. I got work tomorrow, so we can't do it on our normal Sundays, which I like Sundays because I feel like people are at home. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But if you're in the Jersey area, it's kind of rainy out, so maybe people are home right now.
Ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, so good thing for us, bad thing for y'all. But yeah, bro, how was your week? I saw you fucking chilling with Lauren Hill at the strip club.
I wish. Nah. It was the Columbia Hall of Fame, so like they had all their Hall of Fame people come in and show up. The kids were like, "Yo, are we gonna get SZA?" I was like, "Guys, SZA's on tour." They're like,
Yeah,
maybe she'll stop to come." I was like, "Sir, she's gonna stop touring to come
yeah.
talk to you guys for 20 minutes and lose money,
Well, she could have
guy."
probably done like a little stream yard like this or something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But she's probably way too busy.
Way too busy. So
Yeah,
Um, so I'm like seeing someone walk in. She had a hat down. I was like, I was like, is that Miss Hill? So like all the kids was around her and stuff like that, and they all trying to take
cool.
pictures. And I'm like, you don't even really know who that is, who that woman is. And they're like, I know who she is. She's Lauren Hill. I was like, name a song, name something. I don't know. Name a movie she's in. I don't know. Get out my way. How you doing, Miss Hell? And then I was just watching Sister Act too. Me and her, we had a little 2 minute conversation. She was
Yeah,
she was like laughing. So it was fun. It was dope. I met some other
yeah,
people. Like I didn't know. Did you ever watch Scrubs?
yeah, yeah.
The white guy, the main guy, he's from Columbia too.
Yo, what the fuck is that school, bro? School. They produce fucking legends over there and shit. Nah, I used to love that show, Scrubs. That show was
hmm
fire.
Yeah, he's there. He's from there. Eric Hudson, the producer, he's from there. Like so, like they had some. Even the
Oh,
guy
Eric
took.
Hudson, I think I heard of him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's from Columbia. The guy, the tall guy I took a picture with, he's the Marquise Brownlee. He's the most famous YouTuber in the planet. So like I was like, oh, might as well take a picture and stuff like that. Just
Yeah, yeah,
besides that, it was a great week. Getting
yeah.
raises, so nothing really to complain about today. What about you?
Same old shit, bro. Gym, work. That's it.
Mhm.
That's my fucking life, bro. I don't do shit. I don't know. My life's way different now than what it used to be.
I feel
I
you.
used to kind of, I guess you get to the age where it's like, every weekend I was trying to see what the fuck was up. Like, oh, where we
Mhm.
going? What we doing?
Mhm.
Drinking every fucking weekend and da da da. Now it's like I'm always with my son on the weekends. You know what I'm saying? So I rather like
Oh,
chill with him. Like yesterday, we fucking saw White Chicks for the first time.
you got him to watch White Chicks? That's great.
Yeah, he was. No, he loves. My son loves movies. So like any movie I put him on the '90s, '80s, like he loves movies. Like you know what I'm saying? I
Yep.
even told him one time. I said, "Bro, what movie that you don't like?" He couldn't even think of one. He's like, I'm like, damn, bro, you like every movie you watch. He
Yeah.
enjoys movies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I actually had him watch because he was in boxing for a lot of years. So we
Um,
all want to see Rocky. I'm like, all right, bro, let's get it. We saw all of them, even the one where he fought fucking Antonio Tarver. So we saw them all through in the summer and shit. So he loves all of them. He loves all of
oh,
them.
that's
So
dope, man.
yeah, so he loves all those movies. But yeah, man, I'm with him on the weekend. So like my friend hit me up yesterday. He was like, "Yo, what we doing tonight?" I'm like, "I'm watching White Chicks with my son right now. I'm not doing shit."
Mhm.
And like I enjoy that more than going out and being around mad people. And I don't know, man. I'm in that point, bro. I don't know why, man. Like a lot of people just like annoy me. Like I'd rather just be in a room where it's like 5, 6 people and
No, I
we
get it.
talking shit, we drinking. And I'm cool with that. But like to go to a
I
bar and the shit's like mad loud and people are talking
totally
and
get
moving
it.
around, I
I
just
get
be
it.
like, ugh,
Yeah,
it don't intrigue me anymore.
bro.
But
Yeah, I get it. I can't go to
yeah,
clubs anymore. Give me a nice pub with little low
yeah,
music and low lights. I'm good. I can sit there for hours. I don't need loud music. I can't do like people talk too much. I'm like, yo, You got it. Leave me alone. Let me enjoy my drink.
Yeah.
We might talk. We might have a conversation, but just sit there and just be by yourself. Best feeling in the world. I totally understand that. I don't like people around me. I go to the bar by myself and just sit there and just think. Best thing to do.
Word,
Best
word.
thing to do.
All right, so let's get to these topics now.
All right. The NBA Finals has started. And as you can see,
What the
I
hell?
picked. Yo, I still haven't listened to that song. I saw snippets of it. I was like, you know
I've
what?
never heard the whole
Still.
song either. I never heard the whole song either. I just always see the what the hell you they posted on memes.
Yeah. I saw him in the car.
That's
He's
it.
like, "What the hell? What the hell?" I was
Yeah.
like, "But let me go on a little. Let me go on a little rant." We were in the group chat. We were talking about who
Yeah,
we
yeah.
picked. The reason why I picked the Pacers was because I was like, outside of Shea, no one on OKC is a guaranteed bucket.
Yeah.
I like Williams. You saw Chet. Chet
Yeah.
didn't do much. I was like, yo, if I was Carlisle, I'm like, yo, let Shea get his points. Who else is gonna beat us? And we were talking, and like the OKC was doing their thing. Game one, remember they were down like 20, but they never put the closing touch on it. I was like, oh, they be at 20, it's down to 11. Then 11, back to 20, back to 8. I'm like, oh, OKC, and they had 25 turnovers.
Yeah, but
I
20 in the first half, and only 5 in the second. So
they started slowing it down. I feel like me and you were talking. We were talking in the group chat. I don't even know who the OKC coach is. I think he's one of those NBA 2K coaches, the one who be clapping and the side is that I don't have a face. I don't know what he looks like.
yeah,
It is what it is. I thought Carlisle coached him. I thought Carlisle coached him in that fourth quarter. And we won. And I know Halliburton's back there, but I have to give Nemhard, Obi Toppin, and Miles Turner their credit. They stepped up big in the fourth quarter. The 3-point shots, and when Nemhard had Shea on skates when he hit the three, I was like, yo, I don't care what happens. I'm trusting my pick. I am the New Jersey owned Pacers fan for the finals. I'm the guy. I got Indiana Pacers fans hitting me up on TikTok every day, like, yo, who you think we got? I'm like, yo, there we go. But shout out to Halliburton. And the
yeah,
crazy thing about it is they didn't even play well. Siakam and Halliburton didn't play well. If I'm OKC, I'm a little worried. Game 2, I think OKC takes it. But this series is far from over. I love it. I
yeah.
love it. I love it.
Um, I think I said it from the beginning. The game when they had the lineup change, I was like, I
You
don't know
did.
about that. And the first quarter was going. I'm like, bruh, uh, the mismatch to me was Miles Turner and Chet Holmgren
Mm-hmm.
because Miles Turner was just too big for him.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, I don't like that you put Wallace in the starting lineup because now you're leaving it open where Carlisle could attack Wallace with Siakam.
Yep.
And Siakam didn't have a great game, but Siakam had a lot of big rebounds
Mm-hmm.
because they went to I don't know what OKC was thinking going to that small lineup, but I think what they're doing is with the small lineup is because once Carlisle sees it's a big lineup,
Yep.
he starts having Miles Turner play the 3-point.
Mm-hmm.
So he has everybody play the 3-point line. They drive, they kick it out, they rotate it, and someone's open.
Yep.
And all 5 players in the starting lineup can hit a 3.
Yep.
So that's what I get OKC trying to do, trying to avoid that where they feel Hartenstein's too slow to catch up to the guy. But I don't think Hartenstein is that slow. Like, I don't think Hartenstein's Karl Anthony Towns now. You know what I mean?
Nope.
So I feel like you got to put Hartenstein back in the starting lineup. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what OKC is going to do for the game 2. But, I think that was part of it. But I just think in the end, yeah, is Carlisle a good coach? Yeah. But Carlisle has 1 championship.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me all of a sudden this motherfucker is a fucking genius. You know what I'm saying? He's not. To me, he's doing shit that's like, yo, Toppin's hot right now, leave him in.
Yep.
McConnell's hot right now, he'll leave Halliburton on the bench for the whole third quarter.
He
If McConnell's
does.
killing it, he'll leave McConnell out there. You know what I'm saying? That game, McConnell wasn't doing good. I think it was 1 point in the third quarter. He took the whole lineup out. except for the motherfucker shooting a free throw. He took the whole lineup out and put a whole nother lineup in. So like he built the team to the point where you could play matchups and move people around and da-da-da. And once he saw there was one part in the fourth quarter, I think, it was like 5 minutes left. He straight benched was it Siakam or it was a starter he put on the bench, and he put Toppin in.
Yeah.
Because Toppin was hot. So even though Toppin didn't really do anything in the last 5 minutes of the game, but he's like, fuck it. He's hitting these threes right now.
Yep.
I'm gonna leave him in. You know what I mean? And that's where I feel like a lot of coaches don't do that. You know what I'm saying? They'll panic and be like, oh shit, we're down by 20. I'm gonna play Halliburton the whole fourth quarter because we're down by 20.
Yep.
Carlisle's gonna be like, fuck it. This lineup is hot right now. Leave him in. I don't give a fuck if it's McConnell and Todd. I don't give a fuck if it's the whole bench.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's not like genius. That's how you should coach. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's how coaching was in the 90s to me. Like, if a guy was hot, they left him in. They don't do that now. Now it's like they're down by 20. They're like, fuck, I gotta put all my best players in. Blah blah. You don't know.
Yeah.
Play the matchups.
Yeah.
And that's one thing Carlisle's doing. He's playing the matchups. But despite all that, I give Carlisle his credit on that. But to all of a sudden say now he's just out coaching everybody in the fucking whole NBA. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, come on, bro. They were better than the Bucks. I give them the Bucks series. They were just better than the Bucks.
There you go.
But 2 games in Cleveland, they came out from 20-point deficits. Not 15, 20.
20, yep.
And remember that one game where they fucking threw the ball out of bounds? They couldn't catch the ball. The ball's bouncing everywhere. This guy, bro, Halliburton missed a free throw, got his own rebound, ran back, hit a fucking 3. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Then the Knicks won. Naismith hits 5 threes. Yep. Bro, I know here's what's going on with a lot of these teams. The 2 Cleveland games, the Knicks game, and the OKC game. Yep. They're like, we're up by 15. They start relaxing.
Yes.
Listen, the Knicks were up, by 14 with 2 minutes left. There's no way Naismith's hitting 5 straight threes. They're not even no one believes that. I don't give a fuck if you leave the nigga wide open. 5 straight threes? Yo, he hasn't hit 5 straight threes since then. I don't think Naismith has had 5 threes in a game.
Nah.
Let alone 5 in a row. He had to have 5 threes in a game since that game 1. That game 1, he was 8 for 9.
Yep.
8 for 9.
Yep.
Dude, so he has 5 straight threes.
Yep.
Then Halliburton comes down, runs down, steps in the lane, runs all the way back to the 3-point line, tucks the fucking ball up. The ball hits the back of the rim, flies straight up in the air, and goes in. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. That's not out coaching nobody. That's just fucking pure fucking luck. And then even this one was more of like they stuck in the game.
Yes.
This OKC one. This one was more of like they stuck in the game, and for some reason, bro, I'm telling you, if for some fucking reason, every game they have a hero. Because I felt like they would go up, right? OKC, like you said, and for some weird reason, Obi Toppin would hit a big 3. He was hitting a big ass. They're like, they're down by 15. Boom, they're down by 12 now. I'm like, what the hell? Then they go up by 17. He'll come down. Boom, another 3. I'm like, what the fuck? And they weren't believing it. He was wide open for both of those threes.
Yep.
Literally, they were looking at him like, go ahead, bitch, shoot that. He's like, boom. I'm like, bruh, I don't think this man has hit 5 threes in a game the whole fucking season.
Nope.
But that game, he was just like nailing it.
Yep.
Then, like you said, what did Nimhard do the whole game? I was cooking him in the chat. I'm like, these guys are second-rate players. Who the fuck is Nimhard? Who the fuck is Naismith? Who the fuck are these jerk-offs? All of a sudden, he comes down. Tween, 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 tween. Bam! I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Had homie on skates.
Yeah. And his defense on SGA was frustrating him because you saw that one play SGA pushed him. Remember he fouled him and SGA pushed him back? SGA doesn't show emotion.
Yep.
So Nimhard was frustrating him. I'm like, what the fuck? And then even the last shot Halliburton did, If you see in slow motion, you could tell like he was just like, oh shit, fuck it. Like the form was off. Like he had one hand on the side, other hand was on the side. He didn't have it like straight up like this. It was like he had it on both sides of the thing. He was like, fuck, like he chucked it, and this shit went in. I'm like, yo, this is fucking crazy, yo, bro. That shit that Kofi said in the chat, like, yo, this is the ghost of Jim Irsay. I'm starting to believe this. I'm
People
starting to believe that Jim Irsay, all right, has come down from fucking heaven and is pushing this ball into the rim. Because, yo, I've never seen all my years of basketball these kind of plays from one team.
Yep.
Yo, Halliburton has 4 game-winning, game-tying in one series. He's second place all time now behind LeBron from one playoff series, one playoff run. Reggie Miller's career, what do you have, 5? Halliburton has tied him
4. Yep.
From one fucking playoff run.
Yep.
That's crazy. Don't tell me that's, this is strategy and it's just pure insanity. No one's sitting there believing this team is, yo, bro, I'm telling you, I'm a Knicks fan. Yo, bro, I'm in the fucking room. Game 1. The whole room is cheering except for me and my best friend. Because, yo, with the 3-point shot to me, no gates put away.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah. You know? Yo, like 8 minutes left. Yo, we're going to the finals. The whole room. Woo! Woo! I'm like, guys, relax. Oh, shut the fuck up. Stop being pessimistic. Yo, my dad was like, we're going to the finals. I can't believe it. And I screamed. I'm like, Dad, please stop. Yo, bro, when Nathan hit those threes, bro, you can hear a fucking pin drop. People were in the room with their heads down. Just straight disbelief. Disbelief. Yo, when the ball went up, right? The ball went up. I said, oh, shit, he missed it. But I'm looking at the ball because the ball's up and straight up in the air. So I'm looking at it like I didn't react to it. If you saw the Radio City Music Hall, you see that video, the ball hit the back of the rim, and the guy's like, "Fuck you talking about, bitch?" And the ball's like, "Ding!" And he's like, his first like, "Look." He's like, "What the fuck, bro?" When the ball went up in the air, I didn't react. I had my head in my hands, looking, and the ball went in. I was like, "Are you kidding me, bro? Are you fucking kidding me?" So I feel OKC's pain, Cavaliers' pain, the Bucks' pain. I lived it. Yo, bro, the room, we had 50 people in the room. Pure disbelief. We couldn't believe what we were watching, bro. Yo, when the game ended, 137-135, you thought we were leaving a funeral, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, everybody left quiet. No one said bye. Everybody got in their cars. Just silence, bro. It was silence. So, listen, I'm not saying Carlisle is not a great coach. I think he's a great coach. What you could say is that last year they made the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yep.
So you could also say that. You know what I mean? But yo, this is just magical run, bro. And at this point, bro, I'm looking at it like I picked OKC. Now I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen anymore. I'm totally. Yo, bro, you saw me in the chat game 1. I'm cooking the Pacers. Like, look, bro, they can't beat them. They can't beat them. There's no way. Yo, but I was saying it. I'm like, yo, they should be up by 30 right now.
You kept saying that.
I'm like, yo, they're missing mad shot. Yo, SGA was missing floaters. Yep. Yo, Chet has 6 points, bro.
Jalen Williams
had like what?
He was 16. He had 16, but it was a quiet 16.
It was a quiet 16. Yo, how many layups they missed? That whole team was missing layups. I'm like, bro, they're keeping them in the game with these missed layups.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But I felt like for the most part down the stretch, they hit their free throws. They played good defense. Like, there wasn't a moment like down the stretch with the OKC where you were like, that was a dumb play. Yeah. That was stupid. Like, there wasn't a play that they made down the stretch that was like, that was stupid. Like, bro, remember that Miles Turner 3? Off the backboard. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
He did a step to the left. I was like, ain't no way.
He drove it to the step to the left, shot the ball off the backboard. I'm like, what am I watching here? Yo, bro, remember when they challenged the fucking out of bounds Siakam?
Yeah.
I thought they were going to get that. I thought they were gonna get that. I'm like, if they overturn this, I'm gonna throw my TV out the window because
bro,
this is just their time, bro. It's just
bro.
what it's looking like.
That's what I'm saying. You've been like, remember when the Giants went on their run, like back in '07 and
Yeah,
'11?
yeah, yeah.
Nothing could go wrong.
Nothing
It
could
just
go
looks like
wrong.
nothing could go wrong,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
First like game in the Super Bowl, you get a safety, bro. I was like, this is witchcraft. I was like, yo, the Giants sacrificed someone for some witchcraft, and that's
yeah.
how I feel about the Pacers right now.
The first Giants run, the first one when they beat the undefeated Patriots,
Oh my
that
god,
was a crazy.
bro.
Yo, bro, every fucking game, Eli Manning looked like Jesus in pads, bro. He looked like Jesus. Yo, bro, I don't know what it was that one playoff run probably got him in the Hall of Fame
Yeah.
because he was lights the fuck out. Like that's
Oh,
what Halliburton's doing right now.
yeah.
You like, yo, that's a good comparison. That was a great comparison because Eli and Halliburton, they were kind of the same little. Are they
Both been
stars? Are
overrated.
they
Both been
good?
called
Are they?
overrated. Mm-hmm.
But then they get into this run and it's like, bro, now people are like Halliburton's a superstar now. Da-da-da. Yo, bro, he got shoes now. Halliburton ones he was wearing.
Yeah, in the
Yo, my
first
son
game
watched them. My son's like, yo, I want the shoe. I'm like, get the yo, bro. Now you want the Halliburton ones? Get the fuck out of here, bro. What's going on here?
yo, I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah.
When it was 6 seconds left, I was like, "Ain't no way he gonna make this shot." I knew OKC was like, I was like, "Yo, they really not about to lose." When Shea went for that stupid turnaround, hand in his face, I was like, "Dog." But see, because no one else was scoring, he can't pass the ball to anyone else. He had to
Yeah.
take that shot.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "Oh, Jalen Williams." I'm like, Jalen Williams has been 6 for 19. I don't trust him with that shot. So he
Yeah.
took it. He missed it. They came down. Halliburton with no.
Yeah.
It's like Eli when he threw to Tyree. No thought. Just it doesn't matter. It's going. And he makes it. And I'm just like, yo,
Yeah.
nothing else to say about this man. He's the thing. Even Rick Carlisle, remember that run? That's a legendary run. Remember, he beat Kobe, LeBron, and Durant to win that championship with the
Yeah.
Mavs.
Yeah.
This might, if he wins a championship, that's right underneath that championship win because
No, it's above that one because
you put it above one.
at least he had Dirk.
Yeah, he doesn't have a superstar. You're right.
He don't have like Dirk was an MVP one year.
Mm-hmm.
He don't have that. And yeah, this if they win a championship, this is his greatest. This I'll be honest. If he wins this is like the only one I could think of is maybe the Pistons being the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Pistons didn't have a star. You know, they had Billups, they had Rasheed Wallace. You know, they had great players. Yep. But like, yo, bro, I'll be honest. This is probably close to that team because you know, Halliburton's like Billups, Siakam's kind of like Rasheed Wallace, Rip Hamilton. You know, these guys were kind of just good players. They weren't great, but they played good together. You know what I mean? And with this team, they're not egotistical. Where like, if Carlisle's like, yo, Miles Turner, I'm gonna bench you for Obi Toppin. Miles Turner's like, fuck it,
I got it.
If Halliburton's on the bench for the whole third quarter, McConnell's in, Halliburton ain't bitching. Like, throw me in the game, bitch. You know what I mean?
Nope.
Whatever. Fuck it. No one has egos, and that's the number one thing you need on a team. Is no egos. If that's working right now, it's working. And I feel like what I do like about this is that I feel like the NBA has reached a point where the star is more important than the coach.
Yes.
Where back in the day, you know, if the star went to Pat Riley, it could be Patrick Ewing. Like, yo, Pat Riley, I got an idea. Pat Riley be like, you got an idea what you smoke crack? Like you bumped your head, bro? Don't tell me shit. Like, I'm Pat Riley, bitch. You know what I mean?
Don't know.
Now you got fucking people like Jokic coming in like he's coaching the team. That dude, they gave that dude a 3-year deal to be a puppet. Because, you know, Jokic is like, you know, if he does a move that Jokic don't like, Jokic gonna be like, no, we ain't doing that. And guys gonna be like, okay, sorry, what do you think? You know what I mean? Come on, Jokic, like, imagine Jokic telling that to Phil Jackson.
No.
Phil Jackson would be like, you want to get slapped now or later? Like, get out. Like, you know what I mean? So, at least now Carlisle is showing that coaching matters.
Yes.
Like, the players, I don't know how it is in the behind the scene. Maybe it's a collaborative kind of thing. I don't know. But Carlisle comes up to me where he's like, you know, bro, this is what we're doing. Like, with it or you're not. You know what I mean? And the way I feel like he is like that because that's why he left Dallas.
Yes.
Because Luke, now look what Carl's probably saying to Dallas. I warned you about Luka. I
Mm-hmm.
warned you about Luka. When I saw him eating like shit and
Yep.
smoking and drinking beer, I was telling him, stop doing that shit. And I
Yep.
told y'all about that, and y'all traded me and got rid of me and fired me because you want to be on his dick.
Yep.
And now look what you did. You actually traded this motherfucker because he was doing what I was telling you what he was doing.
Yep.
So he comes off
Everything.
as the kind of coach where it's like, this is how you should be playing.
Yep.
And if you're not doing that, then you don't got to be here. You know what I mean? So we'll see where it goes. We
Gotta
spent
love it.
25 minutes on this because this is a
This was
magical
good.
run. This is a
Yeah.
magical run. I mean, kudos to the Pacers. Like one thing, listen, I'm a Knicks fan, diehard, but I'm not like fucking. I'm not diehard to
Delusional.
the point where I'm
Yeah.
like fucking delusional and crazy. Like I would never see a Halliburton guy with a jersey throw a garbage can at his head. Like that's not. I'm not that kind of Knicks fan. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not that kind of dude. Like I'll literally be at a bar with a Indiana Pacers fan and give it up to him. Like, all right, yo, good series, like whatever. Buy him a
Uh-huh.
beer, like, that was fun, saying whatever. That's kind of Knicks fan I am. So to me, I'm actually happy for the Pacers fans.
Yes.
And like I said, before the series, both teams have no other professional team besides these teams. So, and it's like the finals in Indiana, that all those small businesses around there, they're gonna make mad money.
Money. Yep.
You know what I mean? That's great for them. That's great for the OKC small businesses. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure the fan base, the schools out there, like, bro, we're in Jersey, but the schools over here in Jersey, well, Knicks was nuts.
Yep.
Everybody wearing jerseys, blah blah. Like, I just went online today to see if I could get a Knicks jersey, Allen Houston or Latrell Spiro, all sold
Yep.
out. I'm like, damn. So that means like during their run, people were buying any jersey. They were like, fuck it, I'm buying Spreewell, Ewing,
Knicks jersey.
Houston, give a fuck. They're sold out. So I can imagine how OKC is right now, how Indiana is right now. You know what I'm saying? It's probably fucking nuts out there. So
Gotta love it.
Props to them.
Props to fucking them. And shout out to Indiana. My gosh, no one had you guys winning this series. So
nobody. Besides the Bucks, they've been underdog every series.
Mm-hmm.
Every series. So give it up to them, man. You can say it's luck, but I get the one thing: they don't quit.
Never.
They don't quit.
They don't quit.
Yeah.
So anyway, moving on. We got to talk about this. Knicks, they told your coach, he's safe. Man. He got us to the Eastern Conference Finals. They gave him the spiel. They gave him the talk. I know they was talking to him, hey, yo, bro, you are just fine, bro. You got Eastern Conference Finals. Yo, get your stuff out. Get stuff out. No, you good, bro. You good. Nah, we just moving your stuff because we want to paint your walls. Get this stuff out today.
Yeah.
So now they fired him after a week from saying he was good. I was like, damn. I feel bad for him. But like we were talking, we kind of saw a comment. You never liked him. So I was like, there's probably been that talk for like
I've been saying it all year, bro. All year. Every time we didn't really speak about the Knicks like that too much during the year. But when the playoffs started, I was saying it. I don't trust Thibodeau. And I said, I think in the last pod, like, yo, the Pistons series was close.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. You had Brunson do the backwards crossover, hit the game winner the last game. What about the one game where OG dribbles, the ball flies, and Towns caught the ball and hit like a fadeaway three, like from the logo almost, and cashed him. You won that game. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, bro, we were like 2-3 shots away from losing to the Pistons.
Yeah.
And he really would have been fired. He would have been fired literally as soon as he hit the locker room. It would have been like, pack your shit. You know what I mean? But I read an ESPN article. My dad sent it to me. And this was actually a group decision.
Yep.
Leon Rose sat down with James Dolan. Leon Rose sat down with some of the players on the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the Knicks have come out and said they love Tibbs and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. But behind closed doors, they were telling Leon Rose a different story. Now, I'm not saying that Brunson will. I think Brunson loves Tibbs.
Yeah.
I think Josh Hart loves Tibbs. But you don't know about the new guys. You don't know about how Cat feels. You don't know how Mikel already came out against him during the year.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I feel like that's what killed us again in the Pacers. The last year Pacers series, same shit. Playing the starters too long. Everybody got hurt.
Yeah.
And the same thing happened this time. The Knicks just looked out of gas game 6. They looked out of gas. They were just toast.
Yep.
And I felt like he wore Mikel out the Celtics series. Because Celtics series, Mikel was playing crazy good defense. He was playing good offense. He was hitting that fadeaway. The Pacers series, his shot, he just couldn't get it down, bro. Every fadeaway was short. That's showing he has no legs. You know what I mean?
That's very true.
You know what I mean? And it's like, and then what I was saying too, I was telling my dad and watching the games, I'm like, bro, Carlisle's smart. He's switching, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he'll switch and have Halliburton on Towns. He'll switch around and put Siakam on Josh Hart.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how Siakam was getting most of his points, because he'll get Josh Hart, or he'll get Brunson, or he'll get Miles McBride, and he'll hit a fadeaway.
Yep, mismatch.
They were attacking the mismatch. The mismatch is Halliburton. Halliburton was guarding Mikal Bridges the whole series. Because they didn't want him guarding Brunson. They had Neesmith. They had all the other guys on Brunson. So they were hiding Halliburton on Mikal. Yo, Mikal attack Halliburton.
Yep.
Make some plays for Mikal to attack Halliburton. This is 101. This is basketball middle school shit. Why aren't you doing this? What if they're attacking our mismatch? Attack their mismatch.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing that. There was times where Towns is getting the ball and Nimhard's on Towns. And he has Towns sitting on the 3-point line. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Like, dude, think about this. Town was the starting center in Eastern Conference. That's showing, think about the Eastern Conference. Besides Embiid, who is better than Towns at center? Besides Embiid? Nobody.
Nope.
And Embiid was hurt all year.
Yep.
There's no center on the East Coast that could guard Towns. Why aren't you feeding this man like a newborn infant? Feed the man. And then what worked in the fourth quarter? We came back by 20 points. What did he do? He had the whole bench in.
Yep.
And Towns played with the bench. So the bench played defense while Towns scored. And what did Towns do? He put up 20 points in the fourth quarter. We won that game against Indiana. He never played that lineup for the rest of the series. Why? 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 And I'm sure Leah Rose is sitting there going, dude, he's watching the series like, dude, what are you doing? Like, I don't get it, bro. It sucks because I give Tibbs one thing. He was a great coach for us.
Yep.
50 win seasons out of 4 out of 5 years. Made the playoffs 4 out of 5 years. We lost first round 1, 2 years. We lost in the second round. This year we lost in the Eastern Conference Finals. Can you say that maybe next year, since we went to the Eastern Conference Finals this year, we went to the finals next year? I don't know. But I think what Leon Rose got pissed off about, what we both said, this was the year. The Celtics were out, the Cavs were out, and B's hurt, the Sixers were out. Everybody, like Giannis and the Bucks, Lillard was hurt. This was the year. We went to the Eastern Conference Final. We had home court advantage, and we lose both games in the first 2 games at MSG, dude. Right there, Leon Rose. I think when we lost the first 2 games at MSG, I think Leon Rose already thought about it.
Yeah.
Bro, fuck this guy. He's done.
Yep.
He's done. You can't lose the first 2 games at MSG, dude. And the first game, how you lose like that? Bro, they were saying it, Chuck, Kenny, and Shaq.
Shaq.
They're like, bro, once they hit the third 3, don't let him get the ball again. Like, don't let him get the ball again. If you got to double team the motherfucker, once
team
the third 3 went down, he can't shoot again. Anybody but him. Yep. But you let him get off 2 more? What are you doing? Like, what are you fucking doing? And game 2, they cooked him because he bench cat the whole fourth quarter or some shit, or
Mm-hmm.
like we couldn't score the end of the fourth quarter, and he leaves Towns on the bench the whole time. Like, dude, do you read the room?
No.
Read the fucking room, dude. Like, I don't get him, bro, and that's why he lost his job, bro.
Yeah.
And Stephen A. came out. Stephen A. Yo, fuck Stephen. He ain't no real Knicks fan. Now he's defending Steve. He's defending Thibodeau. Oh, why they fired him? Blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up, bro. Do you see what this man? Are you watching these games? Are you watching these games and the decisions that he's making? They're retarded. So I think Tibbs. Hey man, you know what? He did a good job.
He did.
I give him props for that. I give him props to a lot of players that I'm mad that he got rid of Obi Toppin.
Yeah.
Because he got rid of Obi because Obi was bitching about his minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So they traded him. We traded him for nothing, bro. A second round pick. Like, and look what he's doing with the fucking. Come on, dude. Like,
there you go.
That's a thing that. Come on, Tibbs. You got rid of a great player who grew up a Knicks fan.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And he ain't getting paid like that in Indiana.
No.
He probably would have took less money to stay in the Knicks because he loved playing for the Knicks. And you get rid of him because he's arguing you about minutes? Stupid. But, look at the guys he found. Like, OG, he was kind of good, but he wasn't, Tibbs kind of got him looking really good.
Yeah.
Like Hartenstein. Who the fuck thought of Hartenstein? Tibbs kind of brought Hartenstein in and made him who he was, and now he's getting paid and playing for OKC. Yep. Like Miles McBride, like, these guys were players that were like out, like Brunson. Brunson was a player that was, who the fuck would have thought Brunson would be what he is? And Tibbs trusted him to give him the ball in his hands, that to the point that he's clutch player of the year this year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Josh Hart, he was a journeyman. And look, he's a main player for us.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So you got to give Tibbs that. He trusted players that normally was getting no playing time anywhere else, and they're stars for us. You know what I mean? So I give him that, but he just made too many dumb decisions down the stretch. And to play your bench third game of the Eastern Conference Final, you waited that long, dude? You know what I mean? You waited way too long, man. And his players were out of rhythm.
Yeah.
You wanted to come off the bench and just go crazy. They didn't play the whole fucking year.
They don't know
what did you want them to do?
Yep.
There was a play one time, DeLon Wright, they threw the ball, he stole it. Boom, great steal. He ran down and missed a reverse layup. Because he's not playing.
Yeah.
Because he's not playing. Like, come on, dude. Like, I don't know, man. But one thing I got to say, Leon Rose, bro, Tibbs gave us 50-win seasons.
Yeah.
You better have a plan, bitch. You better have a motherfucking plan. Because the Knicks don't win 50 games next year with the new coach, you in trouble. Because to me, did I want Tibbs fired? Yes.
Yeah.
But I want him fired with a plan.
Right. Yeah.
Like you need to have a coach lined up.
Yep.
And they don't.
Nope.
They're trying to trade for a coach. They're trying to trade for a kid or trade for Udoka, or trade for Finch. Like, dude, you're trying to trade for a coach and trade for Giannis? We don't have enough players for that. What are we doing? And to me, what scares me too is that he may be panicking to the point where you want Giannis so bad. Dude, this is the first year Kat has played with Mikal and OG Anunoby and Brunson. We went to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Let it marinate a little bit.
Don't start changing the whole team and get Giannis and get fucking Kyle Kuzma and get fucking... Now we have to wait a whole another half a year for Giannis to learn how to play with Brunson, and then we have a new system. We have a new coach. Look at this way. DiVincenzo last year with us was lights out from three.
Yep.
He went to a new team, new system. He was not the same. So we don't know if you bring in a new coach with a new system. What if that don't work for Brunson? What if Brunson don't look the same that he did with Tibbs?
There you go.
I don't know. You know what I mean? At least you bring a new coach in. All we need is a bench. Sign some bench players. I think me number one priority, Leon Rose, try to find a way to get DiVincenzo back. Try to
Okay.
find a way to get him back. Trade for him or figure it out. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's a guy who can come off the bench. He knows how to I feel like
Yeah.
that would boost the whole morale of the team. If you bring DiVincenzo back, it'll be like you traded for Giannis. I'll be
Yep.
honest. If you get DiVincenzo back, you might as well sign fucking Anthony Edwards. Because New York's gonna go fucking ballistic. The team will go ballistic.
Yeah.
Their whole morale would just go through the roof. Like, yo, we got our boy back. He'll come in crazy. You know what I mean? So I think you find a way to bring DiVincenzo back, get some couple other pieces. I feel like we have a good bet. Huckaporty's good.
Yep.
I like Tyler Kolek. I like Daddy.
Yeah.
I like DeLon Wright played good for us. We never even played PJ Tucker. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
don't know why you guys have him.
we never even tried to play him. So we got guys.
Yeah.
I think you bring DiVincenzo in. I think that's a high level move for the team. And then, we go from there, bring in a good coach.
Yep.
I don't think Jason Kidd is bad. I heard a name floating out there. I heard a couple of names float out there, assistant coaches. But one guy I think we should interview is Sam Cassell. He's been an assistant coach for a lot of years.
Years, yeah.
Hasn't got a chance. He coached the championship team, I think, with the Celtics. He's been in a lot of. I think he coaches now with the Clippers, or I think he moved on. I don't know. But he's been around. He knows how to play point guard. He could help Brunson. He could, you know what I'm saying? That's somebody that I would look into. I like Sam Cassell. His name was brought up, and I was like, damn, you know what? That's not kind of bad.
Not bad.
We don't got to trade for him. He ain't going to cost a lot of money. You know what I mean? So that's someone I kind of like the idea of him. I don't think Kidd is bad, but I don't like the thing that we got to trade for him. That's the only thing I don't like, because then you got to give up a player. Like, who are you going to trade? You're going to trade Miles McBride for a coach? Like, Miles McBride played decent for us against the Pacers. He sucked in Boston, but against the Pacers, he hit some good threes. He played good defense. So to get rid of a player like that for a coach is like, I don't know. But, hey, I give Leon Rose one thing. He's been making pretty good moves. He got Towns. He traded for OG Anunoby. He found a way to have Brunson to get paid, less money to keep players, so we'll see how it goes.
And even I've been listening to players about going back to Tibbs. We can move on to him, but when I hear people like Jeff T who played underneath him, they said the one thing about Tibbs is he's stubborn. He's stuck in his ways. Like he wants to run everything. And sometimes when you have coaches like that, they wear and tear on you. And I feel like that's kind of what happened, because he got fired this week, and the Knicks are partying. They talking about nuts up. So I'm like, you might be right. It might have been like, oh, we like them. We ain't like them that much, because they're already partying. A champ 2026. I'm like, oh damn.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that though. They were in the club partying. You know how they come with the bottle with the sign?
Yeah.
It said 2026 NBA Finals on the sign. I said, no. What are you doing? This is what I don't like about the New York Knicks. Yo, we went to the Eastern Conference Finals. They changed all the street names to the. Come on, dude. Chill out. We didn't win nothing yet. Calm down. Calm down. Did you learn from Kobe? When Kobe was at the first two games in the finals, and he was sitting there, he's like, job ain't done. Job ain't done. That's how you got. That's the mentality you have to have. Job is not done. Yo, when we beat the Celtics, New York went crazy. They're climbing the fucking MSG sign. They're out till 4 a.m. They're hitting a Tyler Burton fan with a garbage can. They're fucking throwing shit. The cops had to come out. They're fucking breaking shit. I'm like, bro, we didn't win nothing yet. Calm the fuck down.
They couldn't, bro. They couldn't. They could not.
No.
So, even we was talking offline about it. They said they wanted Mike Malone, but T made a great point. He's like, Mike Malone's not too far from Tibbs. They're both old school. They're both gonna wear and tear you, and like the new players don't like that type of stuff. So they might have gotten Mike Malone out. Yeah. Remember, you said it. Jokic got rid of Mike Malone. He didn't like them. So you telling me Cat and all them might? Because guess what? You bring in Mike Malone, guess what he'll do? He'll probably get rid of Jalen Brunson's dad because he's like, I don't really want you. So those type of things play into that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
I don't know.
Like something like this. Look at Giannis don't look too happy without his brother there.
You
know what I'm saying?
You see it.
He don't look as happy. He don't look as fun loving out there. You know what I mean? Like, so it's shit like that I like Mike Malone because he has a good winning record, but for some reason, bro, his name is not brought up in any coaching. No one's like something happened in Denver, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because for someone to win a championship and to have the winningest record in 5 years as a head coach, and no one's mentioning you, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking crazy. But we'll see, man. We'll see. We said we were 2 topics, 20 minutes each. You went crazy.
Well, I mean, these are the topics of the town right now, so they can't really be mad at us. Oh my God! And we got to move on to this topic. Oh, Aaron Rodgers, the great drug head Aaron Rodgers, the man who goes out to the woods and does whatever he does and goes into a sign with the Steelers. And as a Patriots fan, I am happy for them because they deserve the best. I'm happy that they got Aaron Rodgers. It took him a while. It took him some drugs. They probably went into the hole. And he was like, yo, do I really want to join this? And he has joined the Steelers. Listen, if Mike Tomlin can make the playoffs and have a winning record with Rodgers as his quarterback, they better not ever try and fire that man because Aaron Rodgers is washed. Saw him with the Jets. Thank you, Straw Hat Podcast. Thank you, Reed. He's right. Ain't gonna do nothing in Pittsburgh. But I want to see it because you got to see what Aaron Rodgers brings. He's a show. He's a show. He's a clown show, but he's a show.
Yeah. The issue, I think, this is already a red flag because he knew he was going to sign with the Steelers because he was throwing with DK Metcalf like a month ago, throwing one-on-one. The dude really signed once voluntary OTAs was over because he didn't want to go because that's what it was. Remember when he signed with the Jets and he missed voluntary OTAs? He got cooked in the media because they were like, bro, you just got to the team. Why aren't you getting as much practice in as possible? And he's like, oh, I don't need that shit. I'm Aaron Rodgers. I'm the best.
Yep.
You know, and it's like, bro, this is what they get mad about because what happened when Tom Brady went to the Bucs? It was COVID.
Yep.
The cops had to get him off the field.
Yep.
Because they went to a park. Him and all the receivers met up.
So go play, yeah.
Went to the park and were throwing the ball around to get used to each other. And the cops had to get him off the field. And, you know, that's a leader.
Yeah.
Rodgers is sitting there like, bitch, I'll show up when I feel like it. You know what I mean? And here's the thing I think he also had to think about. Mike Tomlin ain't playing that shit.
Nope.
Mike Tomlin is not playing that shit. Every player who's made noise, Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, anybody, Santonio Holmes, anybody, you make fucking noise, you're out. So if the thing with the Steelers that's gonna see if they start off like 3-7 or like 1-5 or some shit like that, if they start off with a bad record, we're looking at the sideline like this. We're looking to see where Aaron Rodgers and Mike Tomlin, how they're gonna interact with each other if they start losing. That's gonna be must watch.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because don't tell me like when he went to hug Aaron Rodgers, the Jets go, he pushed him. You push Mike Tomlin, you getting pushed back.
Yeah.
So I think that's where Aaron Rodgers thought about, but he's in a spot where no one else wanted.
No one wants him. Yeah.
So he probably was like, listen, I want to miss. He probably said that on Mike Tomlin. I'm going to sign, but I want to play voluntary OTAs. Let's meet in the middle. You know, I won't do voluntary OTAs. But when I come in, I'm locked in. I'm going to listen to you. I'm not going to revert off I'm going to run your offense. I'm not going to really bitch. If I see something that I like, I'll let you know, and maybe we do that play. But I'm gonna be right. Just let me miss voluntary OTAs, and we locked in. Yep. And my time was like, all right, I'm gonna trust you. I'm not gonna sign nobody else. They saw it. We were saying it. They didn't want to sign Shador.
Nope.
They didn't want to sign. They signed nobody. You
Mm,
know, so they really knew they were getting Aaron Rodgers. They knew.
yep. Yep.
So
They had to know.
we'll see. But you're
My
playing in a
thing.
tough division. You're playing with
Oh,
fucking Joe Burrow. You're playing with Lamar Jackson, right?
Lamar Jackson. Yep.
We don't know Cleveland where they're gonna be.
Yeah. They're
You
gonna
know,
be Cleveland.
but just Lamar and fucking Lamar and Joe Burrow alone, you playing them
Yep.
4 games. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I don't know. I don't trust him. He has to show
And
and
you
prove to me this year. He has to show and prove to me.
and you know what I'm waiting for when they have that game that they were supposed to win and then they lose it. I'm waiting for the Aaron Rodgers podcast, or press conference where he throws a little shade at Mike Tomlin because you know he does that all the
Yeah.
time. He's the king of
But he
well,
goes he goes on Pat McAfee every week. So,
yeah. He'll be like, well, the coach really did. He gonna say some shit like that, and that's gonna be the downfall of the Steelers. You know what, Steelers, you deserve it. Okay, you
yeah.
deserve it. You treat your coach like shit, and you want to fire him every year. This is it. This
But
is what you get.
like I said, one thing I give Mike Tomlin, they had a meeting. They had a
Yep.
meeting. And Mike
Yeah.
Tomlin was like, bro, listen, I'm not the one, bro. You already know I'm not the one. I'm not the one. I'm not the two. I'm not the three.
I'm not.
I am not the
I'm
one,
not.
bro.
I'm not
Don't
doing
play
it.
with me, bro.
I'm not doing
And
it.
I think sometimes, you know what? Like I've met people in life where they'll test you,
Yeah. Oh.
and once you step to them, then they respect you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's the way you earn their respect is by not letting them push you around.
You gotta step up to them.
And
Yep.
I don't know why some people are like that. You know what I mean? And I hate having to be like I listen. If we cool, you get my respect. We
Yep.
cool, you got my. I don't gotta sit there and be like, oh, let me test him and see if he's a bitch ass nigga.
Mm-hmm.
I don't gotta do that. But some people will do that. You know what I
And
mean? And
yeah,
Aaron Rodgers is one of them. He's gonna test you,
religiously.
and if you let him pick on you, he'll have no respect for you. But if
Yeah.
you step up to him and say, bro, we ain't doing that, then he'll be like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a fun season. All right. We're moving on to pepper takes. We got some fiery ones today. The first one, you got the Trump Elon Musk fire off against each other as their alliance seems over. It was only a matter of time. There's too many egos in that relationship. One person wants to be the captain, everyone wants to be this. And I was like, Trump is going to say some sneaky shit. And Elon Musk is probably very narcissistic, very sensitive. And he heard it and he was like, nah, I'm about to end this whole man's career.
Yeah.
And I've been seeing the shots. He done put him on the Epstein list. He done put him on this. I'm like, damn, dog, y'all was just hugging and you was saying Trump's the greatest leader of all time. What happened? Why did we get here, bro? Hey, yo, bro. We don't want to know the inside of your relationship, bro. Keep that shit to yourself. But it's just funny. It's got people talking.
Yeah.
I want to see where it goes. I don't know about how you feel about it.
I think that it's tough because I think like we know Elon's not from here, from South
No.
Africa.
Yep.
Came here, but I think when we get people from other countries that come here, we kind of want them to take on the mentality of Elon Musk, where Elon
Yes.
Musk feels like he's an American.
Yeah.
So he gives a shit. I know some people may feel like, "Oh, you're from South Africa, fuck out of here," blah blah.
Yep.
You know why you voicing your opinion on Trump's tax bill?
Yep.
And that's what started it off because
Yep.
he mentioned the tax bill, and then Trump went on fucking Twitter or
Twitter.
the Freedom
Of
shit
course.
and mentioned Elon's funding because he gets a lot of funding from the
Yeah, he
SpaceX
does.
program and the Tesla shit, and because Elon's a genius
Yes.
and he's trying to find separate ways to make energy and he's trying to find better spaceships, better ways to hit space, faster ways to go to Mars. He's gonna be involved in all those talks. You know what I mean? So he gets a lot of federal funding, and Trump came out and said, "Oh wait, look at the federal funding on Elon. We might have to cut that now because Elon said what he said." And you know you can't say that
Petty.
to Trump. Trump don't. You can't say nothing about this man.
Yeah.
You could be his.
Petty.
You could be his brother. You could be his father. If you
Petty.
come out publicly on Trump, he's gonna try and do something to your ass. Whether he's gonna say something funny about you, or he's gonna
Mm-hmm.
try and do something to just like fuck your whole shit up. Especially someone who he brought in, said he was a genius, said da 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 da, all this shit. So that's one side of me, how I believe. The other side of me, this could be some WWE shit.
Uh-huh. Just
It
to be
could be some
used to.
WWE shit. It could be that Trump's like, yo, let's start some shit up. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
It's too
That also
quiet.
could be part of it. You know what I mean? But we'll see. But I don't know. I think that if it is real, Elon should have kept his mouth shut. You know what I mean?
You know.
You know how Trump is. Uh, you're not even part of the government anymore after he released you because he had to leave because yo they were blowing up Teslas
Yeah.
and the Tesla stock was going down because people were getting mad that he was part of
Yeah.
Trump's shit. You know what I mean? And a lot of his views are real radical. Elon
Yes.
Musk. He has a lot of crazy shit that he said on Twitter before. I'm like, what the fuck? And he runs Twitter or X like kind of crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I
He
mean?
does.
But I don't know. We'll see where that goes. I think that ain't gonna really go anywhere. They're gonna feud. They're gonna argue. And it'll just go away. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It'll
The
still
way the
calm
way
down.
news is nowadays, it'll just go away. Like even if Elon keeps it up and keeps tweeting about him, people are gonna stop giving a shit. And I'm be like, all
Yeah,
right,
what's gonna
bro.
happen? Right?
Yeah, nothing gonna happen.
Like
So
you should know. Like we always mention him. Trump is 50. Like they're both petty motherfuckers. You
yeah,
you say one thing about that motherfucker is gonna let you know about it. So I'm like, I'm not.
you're right.
Yeah.
Trump is 50 because you know what? That's a good comparison because Trump's fucking funny.
Yes,
Trump's funny.
Trump is funny. Yo, he
Yeah.
like, oh, you said that.
Yep.
So
Like
and
remember when that girl Elizabeth Warren said she was half Indian? You call her Pocahontas.
yo, so the funny fucking honest, yo, bro. I'm like, hey, yo, I don't care what anyone says. Like this motherfucker is gold when he get like when
He
Trump
can
get in his
call him
bag.
Sleepy Joe. He can Sleepy
Yo,
Joe.
yo, we stuck with that name, bro. Like that's what people call it. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker. Yo, think about it like this. He ran George Bush's brother was great when he first 2016. You know, no one could touch him. Like
Yeah,
I remember when Hillary's like, but you'll go to jail. He goes, not if you go first.
yeah,
Yo, bro,
yeah,
whoa, yo.
yeah,
But yeah, Trump's hilarious. Don't really care for his politics. But I'm saying as a person, Trump is a comedian. That's what it is. You just gotta let it go.
yeah.
So we're moving on. Social media. Oh, social media is talking about the new Lil Wayne album, the Carter, what, the Carter 6? God. Whew.
Uh,
I
They're
tried.
they're cooking him, bro.
I tried. It ain't. Whew. Stick to features, bro. That's what Wayne shines at. I've always said Wayne shines in features.
Yeah,
Albums is never really been his thing.
I
So
I think I never had the same views of Wayne that the majority have. Like he's a legend. He's
hmm
a this. He's fucking top 10 of all time. I've never had those views on Wayne. Is because you gotta look at it this way. And this is what opened my eyes to Wayne was when baby when he took baby to court, right? Saying that he wanted his money to do the Carter Five. I think he wasn't trying to give him his money or release the album. And baby came out in court and was like, "Yo, let's be honest. Wayne's still in the red with me. Like he's still in the red. He owes me money still. You want to be
hmm
cool? Because think about it. Wayne dropped mad albums before the Carter One. His trajectory from the Carter One is when he went up.
Yeah.
The Carter one up, but before the Carter one, I think he dropped like 5 albums.
Jeez.
He wasn't really that dude. So he wasn't selling shit. But Baby had him like that was my like my son. So
Mm-hmm.
he still had the big chains and he was paying for his house. And granted that Wayne was writing for big timers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he was buying him Lamborghinis and he was smoking probably a pound a day and bitches and houses and touring and Baby funded all of that. And Wayne's albums weren't making no money. So we have to take into account his whole career.
Yeah.
People just take the Carter one up and they're like,
Oh,
oh,
wait,
Wayne to
no,
go,
afraid.
Wayne to go,
Forget about
Wayne to
the.
go. And it's like, bro, but the first 5 albums, he really wasn't shit. And think about it. When did Wayne get hot? Nas was done. Jay was done. A lot of DMX was kind of done. A lot of the rappers in the 90s that were hot, the 2000s, they weren't as hot. So, you had 50 that was hot, but then that was it, kind of.
Yeah.
So there was room for other guys to come in and make a name for themselves. And Wayne came in at the right time. And what did I give Wayne what he was smart about? Here's the thing. Wayne, to me, people could say the Carter 1's fire, the Carter 2 is fire, the Carter 3 is.
The 3 is
I
fire.
never heard those albums and was like, this is crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I saw it as he wasn't versatile. You know what I mean? Like even the Carter 3, I didn't like Dr. Carter, and he's like, I'm fixing hip hop. I'm trying to put the with the beat bop it the. I'm like, this is like creative. That wasn't creative to me. You know what I mean? Like none of his like songs were creative to me. Like to me, like when you hear Nas one mic, that's like, oh shit, this is like, the beat changes,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the flow
Okay.
changes, and the like Nas would rewind. He told the whole story backwards, and like this is creative shit. What creatively has Wayne created? That's like, wow, that song is like, whoa. You know what I mean? Like he never had like a song like that to me. Now, granted, there's songs of Wayne that I fuck with. You can't give. There's verses of Wayne that I'll sit here and fucking rap word for word.
Yeah.
Like that shit's fire. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it was the features to me that made him look versatile because he's jumping on everyone's song.
Yeah.
It's making him look like, oh, and he stole the show on those features.
Yeah.
A lot of
That's what I
times,
said. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
a lot of times you know those songs because of him. You could literally take a whole Wayne feature compilation,
Mm-hmm.
just put his verses, and that's an album.
Yeah.
That's an album because every song would sound different, every verse would sound different, and you go rap like that. That song with right off the plate with a straight the song with Lloyd.
Yeah.
Like that right off with the boys got dollars and freaking come like flat mileage, all that, like killed that. You know what I'm saying? Like killed it. Like one of my favorite Wayne verses is Sucker the Knot with Cameron. Like I love that.
Oh yeah, yeah. No,
like
my
I
God.
get hit in the strangest places, sweat the
Places,
tank
yeah.
top, all the changing faces. Like, yo, that's like, and there's songs too. Like I like the one with Gucci Man, Stay Strapped. A lot of trust me, I'm not a Wayne hater. I'm just calling it how I see it.
You're just
You know what I
trying to
mean?
call it like
And
his feature with Hustle Hard. I was like, yo, that's
killed it. There's a lot of shit. Come on, you can't front. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think, after the Carter 3, it was downhill. You know what I mean? I mean, and it's like you even could say with the Jay-Z beef, like Jay-Z came out like, oh, niggas said they got money, they got baby money, they even got my lady's money. I'm like, damn, kill them off that. And then what did Wayne say? Yo, you say I got baby money. How about I kidnap your girl about your lady's money? You're gonna kidnap Beyonce, bro? You're gonna kidnap Beyonce, bro? Shut the fuck, like, yo, stop it. Like, that to me showed Wayne's like, bro, you get into a beef with Jay, I gotta hear some shit, bro.
Yeah.
That was your verse back at Jay? Garbage. garbage. You know what
So
I
what did
mean?
you think about his mixtapes, like the No Ceilings and all that type of stuff? Did you think
I
like
never
that
was a
was
fan of his mixtape, but granted that listen, I'm not gonna take that from Wayne because people
okay?
love his mixtapes.
Yeah.
That's what made his career. You know what I'm saying with
Mm-hmm.
his mixtapes. But I never could hear 20 tracks of hey yo, you know I'm with the like. There's not versatility in it. It's 20 tracks to him like yo, you know I got the smoke in the pound and I got the bitch here on my dick and I'm in the Lamborghini. Like for 20 tracks of that. I'm a versatile dude. Like I like to hear of all right,
Yeah.
track one's the party track, track
Yeah.
two is the deep track,
Yeah.
track
Yeah.
three is the girl track, track four is the this. That's the kind of people I like to listen to. I don't
Yeah.
want to hear 20 tracks of you flossing,
Yeah.
you know? Like, come on. You know what I mean? Like
He,
I could deal with a lot of it. Like, trust me, there's like I said, I love a lot of Wayne verses, you know what I'm saying? I
yeah.
love a lot of
Yeah.
but for a whole album it was always difficult to me to like listen to. You know what I mean?
In
So
listening to you say this, I can see now why you're not a big fan of Future because that it's like the same thing. That's what I'm hearing.
yeah,
I'm reading Straw Hat
yeah,
podcast. He said the man that started YMCB and created some of the most generational changing artists is just okay. No way, bro. I don't think he's saying he's just okay. He's just saying he's not his cup of tea. He's still
yeah,
saying he sees what people see in him, but for
yeah.
him, it's just not. It's just like I just need a little bit more. I listen,
And and,
you
and,
know.
be, and let's be honest, Wayne created a style that Future bit off. And
Mm-hmm.
what Cardi bit off. All these
Yeah.
guys kind of bit off Wayne. Drake sounded a
Mm-hmm.
lot like Wayne when he came out.
When we first started, yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that you got to give Wayne too. Wayne created a style that a lot of people bit off and made a career out of.
Yep.
So yeah, I give him all that. I'm saying he's just not me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? When I compare him to the greats, people say,
Mm-hmm.
"Yo, he's top 5 of all time." Like, bro, I'm not putting him there because I never heard a song that was like what's Wayne's best record? Like you could say Nas' best record, like If I Ruled the World, da da
Yeah.
da, like Jay-Z, fucking public service announcement, you
Mm-hmm.
don't know what you do, and
Yep.
Biggie, Juicy, and this.
Yep.
Like, what's Wayne's one song that you heard and you were like, wow, this was like this is like boom, blew my mind. Like
It's a question.
to me, he don't have that record. He has a bunch of good records. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But he don't have a great record, like a stamp record. You know what I mean? I guess the best way to say it is a Millie. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's what I was about to
But
say.
but like it's just a big verse.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not like a hook in there or something that's like wow. It's just him going. It's a huge verse. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but
He said
I'm
he.
sure like my man in here is disagreeing with me. You know what I mean? So I
Nah,
get it.
that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. I
Yeah,
think that'd be
exactly.
a
I
question we
get
could
it.
have.
I get it.
Yeah.
And to me, I was older at the time of Wayne's
Mm-hmm.
mixtapes. I was in my 20s,
Yeah.
so he had a different outlook with people that were, you know, in the high school and middle school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
High
what
school
we
and
was
middle school,
rocking. I
his
remember.
mixtapes were like the shit.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, bro. We was playing it every day. Everyone's trying to rap I remember when it came out 2009. I was a senior. Everyone's trying to
Yeah,
rap word for word. I'm a millionaire, and like that's
yeah,
what we did. That's what
yeah,
and then Lil Wayne would come on. What was the track with DJ Khaled? We taking over, so we hearing that,
yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like, yo,
He killed that. He killed that verse too. He
bro,
killed
I'm
that verse
telling
too.
you,
Yeah,
yo, I was like, and that's what I always say from '07 to '09, where it was like, yo, if he's not, he's top three rappers out right there.
yeah.
'Cause, like that's what we were hearing.
Well, one of my
So
favorite Wayne verses too was with Rick Ross. They 9 piece straight 8 balls.
yeah,
MJ, yo, he killed that shit too, yo, killed that. He had a
oh
song
man,
with too with I think with Young Jeezy, always strapped or some
yes,
shit. Killed that.
yes,
I'm telling you, I'm not a Wayne hater. I'm just telling you how I see it from my
yeah,
perspective.
no,
But
no, I get it. I think
so
I've talked to you enough about rap to understand
yeah,
who you would like and who you wouldn't like, and that's why for me, I'm always like, I see why he doesn't like Future. Future's always talking about the same thing. He just changing it, but he's still talking about the same thing. It's like,
yeah,
dog, I get it, bro. Like you can
yeah.
do something else.
That was that shit DMX was when they were like, you like Rick Ross? She's like, oh, I don't really like Rick Ross, all right? You talk about Maybach? talk about smoking, talk about
Mm-hmm.
what? Then what you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I look at it. You know what I mean? Like then what? What's that shit from fucking Do With My Car? And then like
Yes.
and then what, bitch? Okay, great. You got like that don't impress me that you got a Lamborghini, you got 8 pounds of weed, and you got bitches with fat asses. That don't impress me. Like I don't give a fuck about any of that. You know what
Yep.
I mean? So, but that's just how I look at it. You know what I mean? But whatever.
Well,
So,
that's all
so
right.
just to end it all with that, the Carter 6 being asked does not surprise me. I wasn't online like, wow, really? I'm like, I've been
Kind of
saying
saw
this.
that. Kind of saw
Y'all
that
just
coming.
catching up now. That's all it is to me. You know what I mean?
Uh, so we move on to the last topic. Oh my God. Jaleel White says if a woman doesn't spend money on a man, she doesn't like him. Woman likes man, she doesn't care about date or location. Okay, first of all, I love Jaleel White, but he chose Laura over Myra, so his opinion to me is dead. You chose Laura over fucking
That's a
Myra.
show, bro. It's a show.
Myra was no, I don't care. He should have wrote in Myra was top. Yo, Myra was bad, bro. She loved that nigga. I know I'm getting to the show, but dog, I hate when these motherfuckers say some shit like
that
that.
that was his
Myra, get
childhood sweetheart. That's why. It was,
the fuck
that's
out
what
of
it was,
here,
bro.
bro. Like,
You know what I'm saying? When you fall in love with some girl when she's 6, 7 years old, she could be ugly when she's 20, but you're like, damn, I want her. You know what I mean? So that's what it was, bro. You know what I
I
mean?
get it, but
And he was cool with the
Myra,
dad, and he was cool. You
oh
know what I'm saying? He
God.
was like family. You know what I mean? But
Myra Monk House was ready to throw the world over for that motherfucker, bro.
and
That's a ride or die.
sometimes we want the shit that we don't want. No, we want the
Exactly,
shit that
yeah.
don't want us, and the girls that want us, we don't want them. Like it's crazy
Yes.
how shit
Yeah,
goes. You know what I mean?
fucking idiot. But he's kind of right. You know, women when they do like you, they'll spend money on you and all that type of stuff. But the women nowadays are just much different. They've been influenced by Instagram, all the stupid ass shows that they listen to, and the women on there like, man, should spend like $200 on me on a date, bro. Shut up. Like y'all be trying to date that 20% of men, and that's fine. And Jaleel, I'm happy that you said it, but once again, I don't fuck with you because you chose Laura over Myra, so I don't respect this goddamn opinion. The man's making me upset. You take
Yeah,
the you gotta
yeah,
say what you gotta say, bro.
yeah. I'm gonna try and go quick with this because we're already an hour, 12 minutes in. But I agree with him. You know what I'm saying? Like I've played that game with girls to see if they'll pay for anything. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, you know what? We go to fucking the store. Like, yo, buy this candy for me or some shit. Like, it was small like that. I did that with a girl one
Yeah.
time. Like, yo, we went. Like, granted, we were just sitting at my crib. We got fucking Popeyes and shit. I bought the
Yep.
Popeyes. I bought the liquor. I bought the weed. We went to the corner store and she should have grabbed a bunch of candy. I'm like, I didn't I didn't say all that now, bitch. You know what I mean? So I went to the fucking counter to pay for my shit, what I
Uh-huh.
was getting before she gathered her shit. So I'm paying, bro. She took all the shit, and before I paid, she threw it on the counter, like for me to pay for it. Threw it. I'm like, the fuck, yo, pay for it. Last time I seen her, never saw her again. I'm like, bruh, you know what I mean? And it's like we can't go somewhere and be like, no, I got it. Like, I'm not saying if we go to dinner and the bill's like $150, like, all
I'm
right, I'm not
saying not
expecting all
that.
that now. You know what I mean? But if like I paid for the $150, right? And there was another girl. I went one time, bro. We went out to eat, blah blah. She wanted to go drinking after at another bar. I want to go to this bar. Okay, cool. So I did the same thing he did. I said, yo, I'm gonna find parking. Go in the bar, whatever, whatever.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, get us some drinks. I told her, buy some drinks, and then I'll meet you inside. So I go, whatever. She has 2 drinks there. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm drinking it, blah blah. So the lady comes, the bartender is like, oh, sir, that's $20 or 20 something dollars. I'm like, I look at her. She's like, oh, I don't know. I didn't have any money on me. Like, she had a purse on her. I'm like, you don't got a debit card, nothing in there, bitch. Fuck
Yeah.
out of here. Last time I saw her, it's like, yo, that's just a precedent, bro. Like,
Yeah.
if a girl really likes you, trust me, I've had girls that like me, bro. They go all out. They'll
Yep.
call me like, "What are you doing today?"
Yeah, let's go do something.
"Oh, I'm
Oh
not
yeah.
doing shit. Yo, let's chill. Blah blah. We're doing this week. You free Friday? You free Thursday?"
Mm-hmm.
That's the girls that you got to kind of, pursue something with,
Yeah.
because that they're setting the precedent of how
Yep.
the relationship's kind of gonna be. Because if they're pursuing you, they believe that either you're a catch, right,
Yes.
or they believe that you're out their league.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna spend their entire life trying to keep you.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's who you should be with. You know what I mean? If
Always.
you're kind of chasing a girl, right, and you're kind of chasing her, you kind of chasing her, you kind of chasing her, and let's just say she falls for you after a while because you're just there, knocking away, knocking away, knocking away. She's like, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it, I like him now. I want to be with him now. Blah blah. You just set the precedent for the relationship. So now
Yes.
you gotta constantly chase her
Oh
the whole
yeah.
time. You gotta the way you got her is the way you gotta is the
We
way you
have
gotta
to keep
keep
her.
her.
Oh,
So now you
it's
ball all that
tiring.
shit together. Now you
Yep.
gotta be buying all that shit to keep her.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So yeah, I totally agree. Where it's like you want to be with a girl who likes you for you,
Yes.
and he's right.
Myra.
Like she's gonna if she likes you, she's gonna go all out for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
She's gonna do shit for you. She's gonna put up with you canceling dates. Like
Yeah.
you call her the day of. Oh, sorry, I can't make it. It's all right, no problem. Even though she's heartbroken, she got her hair
Yeah.
done, she got a new outfit and everything. She'll eat it
Yep.
to see you the next time because she
Yep.
likes you that much.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Whereas like a girl who don't like you, cancel on her, she suck a dick that night, and then you
Yep.
call her the next day and her number changed or she blocked you.
Yep.
You're like,
Blocked.
this bitch don't like me. You know what I mean? She just like a bitch. You know what I mean? Excuse the word,
Yeah.
but you know what I'm saying? She's just like someone who's just, you know, petty, and you don't want to deal with someone like that. So I agree with him.
I
I
agree.
think I
I
think
agree.
for you young cats out there, listen, I've been there. I've been there. I've chased a
We've all
girl
been there. Yep.
that is bad and everybody wants, and I've gotten her, and then once you're there, it's a headache to keep her.
Because
You know
you
what I
got
mean?
to do the same thing every day. You
Yeah.
got to do
Or
the
or
five
sometimes in my
started.
20s where I've chased and chased and chased, and they use me to eat
Uh-huh.
and to this and to that, and then you get nothing out of it. Not
Nothing.
even a fucking
Nothing.
bro. There was one girl. This happened to me one time. I didn't even get a kiss from this girl. I was on
Oh
her
God.
fucking dick, bro. I was
Oh.
buying her shit. I was taking her there. She had no car. I was taking her to
Oh, shit.
work. I was
Word.
taking her to
Yep.
school. I was doing all this shit for her, bro. Didn't even get a kiss from this bitch. Bitch straight, yo, she called me one time for a favor. I didn't do it. She cut me off. I said no once.
No, she a
I'm like,
user.
bruh,
A
never
whole user.
again. You know what
A
I'm
whole
saying?
user.
I've been
So
there.
you
And,
should
you don't want to be there, bro. Get with a girl
no.
who likes you.
Like
Get with a girl who pursues you, bro. At
always
this
do
point,
that.
bro, I don't even care if the bitch is ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
She
if
got a
she's
good
on
heart.
your dick
She got a
and
good
she's
heart.
gonna make you happy, fuck it.
She
You know
got
what
a
I
good
mean?
heart. She
Yep.
got a good heart. They all look the same in the dark, bro. But she got a good heart. You should always think.
That's fucked up. But
I think that's it.
yeah,
Last topic we done. Thank you, Straw Hat, for comments, bro. It's I love it. I love seeing how you see Dwayne and how scumbags see Dwayne.
yeah,
We
yeah.
we we here for it. That's what we here for. That's PGN for you.
All right, bro. Peace.
We have